It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, and it's the maintenance grand reveal in Escondido. We spent so much time on the before that we didn't have time to do the after. So here we are. Gordon spent pretty much all day in here in this tapestry bed, bringing all the plants to heal, excavating a lot of things. He didn't pull a lot of new stuff in here. He mainly just, did cuttings and clippings of things. What I wanted to focus on were, the cotyledons, keeping those three presentations, full presentations of them, and then just kind of filling in with the color. This was so overgrown that you couldn't even see most of the beautiful boulders in this bed. So we have this, what I consider a gigantic pot full of gorgeous color, just a riot of color. This aloe bainsii came from a pot in the backyard where it was pouting horribly. And no, it won't live here forever, but it should be happy here for a few years at least before we have to think about moving it to another location. I just really like the size of it right now. You remember the totem cactus that was right here? We moved it into the pot in the corner and took that bloomed out mangave out, and super happy with that. All of the pots got fresh top dressing too. Then our Wirelii, Kevin did a masterful job of limbing that up, didn't he? It looks so stinking beautiful. I did pop in some sedum Adolphi right here, just for a pop of color.
I think is that where we took out some of that cotyledon?
Yeah, there was believe there was a lot of cotyledon right here that we didn't love. So, took that out. The idea here in this section of the yard eventually is to have just beautiful specimen plants. Check out the yucca as promised. We cut the top part out, and you can't tell where we cut it unless you get right up on top of it.
Omar also cut it at a slant.
Yeah, Omar cut it as a slant too, in case it rains. We don't want water to pool in the middle. But I'm hoping that it's going to branch now that we've cut it. But even if it doesn't, I'm happy. It's a great height. We still have the beautiful caudex to enjoy, and wait till you see what we did with the top piece.
So we also took out...
Yeah, over here we took out that undulata, and the guys took all of that with them home, so you'll know that that didn't go to waste. And we took out the Cameronii and cut and reset 3 of the biggest, prettiest ones. I forgot about that green ball in that bed too. So it's nice to see that. We moved the Portulacaria afrovariegata down and into where the Crassula undulata was. And now we've just completely opened up the space. Check out the Trichoceras green barrel. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? I'm obsessed. And look at that giant flower. We found that at Oasis, water efficient. While I'm talking about things, Cool Jobs sent us a bunch of gloves to try out. Here's a pair, and I really like them. I really like them a lot. They're cute and they're really well made, and
Show us what you got.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to take them out here.
And they're cute.
And they're cute. Cool Jobs. Check them out. Yeah. Different colors and styles and types can be purchased too. I think Cool Jobs also has other garden accessories. And kids. Cool Job. They've sent me gloves before, and I really liked them. So shout out to Cool Jobs. And as always, Corona Tools. Corona came in clutch today between the clippers and the saw, because we did take some limbs off of the Palo Verde trees in the backyard, and that saw cut through them like butter. Really happy with that. So in here, do you remember what was here where we put the little mangave? Cotyledon, yeah. Put a little mangave in there. Expose the little plicatillus. That was hidden. The Tricholobivia is Tricholobivia-ing like crazy.
Is that flower on the cactus? Is that its flower?
I don't know.
It's really cute.
Is that
Yes.
attached? There's more behind it too.
No, it's
No.
that's from the cotyledon.
Oh, boo. I was going to say, what a cool little flower. Oh, well. And we took the Aluaudia procera out from back here. Wait till you see what we did with it. So happy. Where we took out the aloe that had all the mite on it, we didn't put anything in its place. Didn't need it. Didn't need anything in the Aluaudia spot either. It's just stunning. So pleased with this. And then our barrel colony, you know, you've got a hot spot that you want. I mean, this to me, I just adore this. And I fertilized the barrels today because I'm a nice person. Did I have to do that? Probably not, but I'm just being nice. They aren't irrigated at all. And I thought that a little, you know, liquid fertilization would be the thing to do. So I use an organic cactus and succulent specific fertilizer, which you can buy pretty much anywhere. Terry did a masterful job on all the pots, as always. They are stunning. Just stunning. Look in here. This, remember, was the first phase that we did for the Bennetts all those years ago. And there have been very few changes to these pots, really. The only change was this one had something in it that died. I don't remember what. So I put a Myrtillo cactus crest in there today. But all of these other pots have completely stood the test of time. We fluffed up with some new little 1 gallon color on a few of them. But there wasn't really a whole lot to do in here other than, you know, just lift the soil level and top dress with fresh rock and glass. Oh, and while I'm shouting people out, Southwest Boulder and Stone in Escondido has got some great fiberglass. And that's where I go to get my fiberglass for special pots. You know, look at these. And another, just a little hack, it's expensive. So if you want the look of the fiberglass without using a whole lot of it, you can buy this little white Creva in, you know, a big heavy 50-pound bag, put that down first, and then just sprinkle some of the fiberglass on top. You get the look without using, you know, so much. Okay. And then this area over here, we didn't have to do a whole lot. We did trim the Portulacaria minimas a bit. They were kind of aggressive. That's it, right? Other than just cleaning the leaves from the neighbor's trees out of the bed. And this pot back here, we added some rock to because it had sunk down a little bit. So we took care of that. We planted a really cool barrel. This is called, I didn't make this up, it's Spinus erectus. Isn't that a hoot? And isn't that the cutest spot for that? The Aeonium.
We didn't touch these at all.
No, you know, the sunbursts, we just cut the spent blooms out of all of the ones that were spent and pretty much were able to just leave the rest of the plants alone. Hannah had that great idea with this gorgeous Bracteus to take the boulder and just kind of shove it up tighter against it rather than cut at it. It's such a great shape. I also thinned out the cotyledon a lot. I just cut a lot of that off. And I moved this little mammillaria that was on the ground, kind of hidden right next to the petalanthus. I put that up in the pot. There was a mangave in there that wasn't doing it. But look at this. This is the top of the yucca from the front yard.
We decided it'd be safest in there, right? So
Yeah. It's a cutting, so, you know, we put it in dry soil. We're just going to let it harden off. But doesn't that look so good in there? Then this is where the Bainesii was that we moved into the front yard. Hannah just kind of fluffed this pot back up. It's just a riot of color. And then we put a little mangave Mission to Mars in this pot. And I'll show you in a minute what we did with the one that was in that pot. Here's our Pachypodium lemerii that was in the pot
The
and was
upper
just struggling. It's going to be so happy now that it is in the ground. And we don't have another Pachypodium lemerii back here, so it was a really, really nice addition.
And we gave extra water to all of our transplants.
Yeah, all the transplants got, you know, some extra moisture today. Again, more Cameronii just for pops of red in the garden. Look at the Palo Verde trees. Hannah and I kind of went to town. What I did on these have so many sub branches. This tree, you know, you've got your big thick branch and then all these little branches that come off of the thick branches. So we just kind of trimmed back some of those. I didn't do anything conformationally to the main branches. I just took off some of the arms, you know, smaller arms. And what that did was just lace and open. So extremely happy with that. Here is the new Mission to Mars. Well, this is the old Mission to Mars. It was in the smaller pot, and we had aloe Cameronii in here that were just kind of basic. So this is just, I think, far more spectacular. We moved the Dracaena Draco and put in the Aluaudia procera from the front yard. Incredible how good that looks. Our client was so shocked. She said, "Is that bigger?"
Yes, we added.
Did we add pieces? No, this was in the front. And it just was buried in the back of the front. So we moved it out here and it's super happy. The Draco is great over there in that corner now. It has room to grow and to be big and do its thing. Super happy with that. We added a really cool euphorbia. This had the agave in it that had bloomed out. This will grow up and also grow down. So I just thought this was a really elevated option. Here, we put in another Tricolobivia, like the beautiful pink one out front. She had requested that, and I found one at Waterwise Botanicals. And then I moved this cute little, I don't even know. I mean, Pringlei, but it's all segmented and different tops, and it's just fun. It's just a one-off kind of anomaly. It was here, and we had a plant here that she wasn't fond of, so we switched those out. All of these.
I'm gonna do a zoom in real quick.
Oh, Hannah's going to do a zoom in for you so you can see how beautiful this is from this perspective. Just wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. All of these pots got fluffed and buffed. Didn't have to make a whole lot of changes in any of them. There were a couple of new additions, but for the most part, we just tidied them up. And then this area over here, we added the blue pot. We talked about that. Moved this from over on the side to the back. Fluffed up the macrocarpa. I put 3 more 5 gallons in there. Cut all of the Aeonium sunburst out that had bloomed and added some 1 gallon color from Oasis down here at the bottom. And this is what I envisioned when I installed this. I think this is a gorgeous bed. Just absolutely lush. With so much hardscape back here, I felt like I really wanted to blow this out and have a lot of really interesting color and texture.
Nice.
Right? So that's your tour. Spectacular garden. Stay tuned. You know, we'll be back again next year. And it'll be even better, right? Because that's how it is with these plants. Every year gets better than the last. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will catch you later. Bye, guys.